now to introduce our keynote speaker, Sherry Glass-Strozak, who I've known for quite some time. Sherry grew up in South Lorain, went to high school here, college and law school. She worked for 17-plus years as an assistant Lorain County prosecutor, and during that time she prosecuted many high-profile cases, and she ended up as the supervisor of the Adult Felony Division from 2010 to 2015. She's worked in computer crimes against children, gang prosecution. She's had over 100 trials during her stay at the prosecutor's office. In addition to that, she has been an instructor here at the Police Academy teaching legal topics for about the last 12 years. So please join me in welcoming Sherry Glass-Strozak.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start out with a quote, not a typical one, not from a philosopher, but from a person I would call a hero. So on December 17th, just last month, he writes, "One step closer to my dream job. Passed the state PT test for the Academy. I've been waiting a long time for this." This hero, he's sitting over here. He's the voice of basically everyone here. I won't mention any names, but when I came across this quote, not your typical quote, it struck me. This is a young man, and like I said, I'm not mentioning any names because I truly believe that statement represents everyone sitting here. When I read that, and it was on social media, I thought, this is a young man. He's not posting about what he ate for dinner. He's not posting about what club or bar he's going to. He is sharing with the world. He is telling everyone this is his dream. This is what he wants to do. This is what he has been waiting his whole life for. This statement truly, I believe, is representing all of you. You are here because that is what your heart and your passion is telling you you want to do. You want to be a police officer. You want to protect others. He added, "I've been waiting a long time for this." What does that tell us? This is something that he has been preparing for. He has been working hard for. This is something that he wants, he desires, and he is willing to put the time and effort, all the hard work that each and every one of you put in to be here today. Think about his words. And take a moment and think about to yourself, why are you here today? Why are you sitting here today? I don't have the answer, but I think I have one of the answers. And after working closely with officers for 18 years, I've met officers, I've interacted with them, I've had 2-week-long trials with some officers. So I've had that interaction. And what I noticed is that there's one characteristic that seems to be consistent amongst the best of the best. Every time I deal with an officer and I think, wow, I really like this officer. He really put 110% in. There's always one characteristic that stands out to me. And that characteristic is that that officer or those officers, they care. And I truly believe that that's why you're here. You're here because you care. You care about your community. You care about your fellow man. I mean, think about it. You are entering a career where you put your life on the line every day. Think about that, family. The average person, we go to work, we get up in the morning, we kiss our spouse goodbye, our kids, we take them to school, we go to work, we come home. Next morning, we do the same thing, right? You all, officers of the law, you get up, you get dressed for work, but what do? You get your handcuffs, you get your pepper spray, you put a firearm on your side, your duty weapon, you put a bulletproof vest on. That's how you get prepared for work. And you go to work. Before you come home, you risk your life every day. That's what you do. You come home, you give your wife, girlfriend, kids a kiss, mom or dad, you go to bed, you wake up, you do the same thing the next day. You put on that uniform and you risk your life. Do you see the difference there? Most people go to work and that whole risking your life thing, they're not doing that. You are. That takes a special person, a person who cares. And I truly believe when I asked you to think, take a moment and think, why are you here? You are here because you care. And I ask you to please continue to care. Don't stop caring. If you continue to care, you continue to care about the drug user that you will arrest, the drug user who desperately needs treatment. Continue to care about that person. Continue to care about that business owner you come across who was just robbed. Continue to care about that person. Or the child who desperately needs guidance and someone to look up to. Continue to care about those people. If you do that, you will continue to be the best of the best, and you will continue to be the heroes of our community. Another quote, and from yet another hero amongst us. I must be on Facebook a lot, I apologize, but I came across it, and these statements, they really struck me. And he writes, "I couldn't be happier to finally start my career, something I would love to do every day and dedicate my life to. I couldn't do it without my family and my wonderful girlfriend who kept pushing me no matter what." Once again, I won't name names, but wow, that's quite profound and true. Dedicate my life. You are dedicating your life. This is not a job. This is not 8:30 to 4:30. This is your life. This is you. And so true, family. Now I would like to address the family primarily. They can't do it without you. They can't. And I know this from personal experience. I'm a proud wife of a deputy sheriff. So they need you. They need, of course, and this is without, this is a given, love them, listen to them, or not, because sometimes they may not want to come home and tell you what they saw, what they heard, or what they had to do that day. But be there for them. There are going to be times that there are sacrifices. There are going to be times that you're waiting and he or she's not coming home and it's Christmas morning. And they're out protecting, or your loved one's out protecting the community, putting their life on the line for the community. There will be sacrifices. There will be scary times. This is real, people. I remember waking up one night, 2 in the morning. Well, what's going on? My husband should have been home at 11:30. And what do? I checked Facebook because there's no text messages, no calls. What's going on? Well, there's a standoff. Sheriff's Department, deputies, there's a standoff with a gunman. Not a good place you want to be as a family member. Stuff got real right at that moment, right? You have to be there for them. Because they are heroes and they are always there for us. And remember, you are now part of a bigger family, your blue family. Who do you call? You don't get to call the police like everyone else. Who do you call? You call on each other. So please be there for one another. Thank you. It was quite an honor that the commander asked me to be here today. Just a true honor to be able to address you all today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. A lot of what she says is very true. I really like that speech. It was a real personal touch as to what you folks are getting into here, so take that to heart.